Hi. I'm not sure how many people has called on, but I'm new to this. That's why some of my videos cut off, and I didn't know they had to be a 15-minute limit up to them. But I got that taken care of. So now I'm going to get better at the editing. Um, but I've tried a couple times today to start this video. I was thinking about some of the things, some of the first signs that things were going bonkers. Um, we used to buy half a cow and a whole pig to put in the freezer once a year. Um, right in the middle of ordering it, well, after we had paid for it, she said that her not cult leader said that she wasn't supposed to be eating tainted meat, which the Bible talked about. Thought it made it clear in the Bible that things were different after Jesus, but maybe not. So, anyways, that's another secret that she found. Another thing that blew my wife away and rolled her in even further. So, while we're stacking all that beef and pork in the freezers over there that was already paid for and I picked up from the butcher, she switched to halal meat. So she started stacking another freezer full of halal meat. The meat that she eats, which I assume the whole group eats only halal now, she gets from a Muslim shop in Columbus, Ohio. I think they have a few of them, but that's the only place she'll buy food from. She doesn't cook anything that's not halal. This has been going on for probably a year and a half, which left me with a lot of food over there that didn't get eaten. That some of it's still there actually, even after the cookouts and dinners and everything over there from me. But I was thinking that that was one of the first signs when you look it up on the internet. It's got a list of maybe 10, 12 things. Everything was going in order. She was self-isolating. She was fasting. It was she was fasting alone with God, solitude, while she was fasting from food and probably water. I mean, she just, from that point on, she was mentally broke, then physically broke. I had an electrician here yesterday that came to finish up some stuff. He's the same electrician I used over at the other house. He said, man, last time I seen her a couple weeks ago, while I was still there, he said, at first I thought you guys got into a big fight, or she got into a big fight with somebody else and they blacked her eyes. And he said, that's from, after I looked closer, it was bags around her eyes, both eyes. She was 135 pounds. After these fasts, she shoots straight back down to 110, which she said is safe. That's the same high school weight that the leader had, I think. Her oldest daughter is underweight, and, well, not necessarily underweight, but she's about the same size as her, and her daughter is 17. My wife is 39. I'm 56. The age difference, it worked out for my benefit, really. She's into a lot of the same stuff I was. Almost everything nature. Hunting, fishing, prepping. But I didn't know he was prepping to go through a divorce. Yeah, everything before that, everything was perfect. Perfect. I don't think nobody could have asked for a better, truer, kinder wife. But I think it was that soft spot is what sucked her into the ladies' cult stuff. Um, I mean, you never know what it really is, but you can look online. They have very few things about it, but their change in diet is one of the first boxes, and that's one of the first boxes that was checked for me. By the time I found those boxes, we was on probably 7 out of 10. Now we're on 9. And from I don't watch the lady's videos. At some point in time, I'll probably just say who it is. Not that I'm worried about her, but I don't want anybody. I don't want her to talk in someone else's ear and get them. That's what I'm worried about. My attorney, I gave him all the information, of course. Today, for the last few days, she's been putting out videos about how you're going to have to give your home away to go to heaven. I just left my home, and it's paid for. Property taxes year ahead. So it's just awful strange. She's bragging that there was only 2 people out of her 1,000 subscribers that carried her through after she quit her job. One of those people was my wife. Supported her and her pregnant daughter and her pregnant daughter's baby daddy, I guess he is. So yeah, that at least that's coming out, which I'll forward that to my attorney also. But she just wanted everybody to know that she's disappointed in everybody else, but she knows it's not over for the people that was helping her. She put out a video about some kind of apostle, somebody that traveled and lived in tents. So maybe she's going to start traveling from California to Ohio to live in a tent, unless she gets there and she don't have to live in a tent, because I've been working on that home for 8 years. Anyway, I'm not sure if you're allowed to use cuss words on YouTube. Probably not. Which, with that in my mind, that's probably good. But yeah, I'm trying to get better at the stuff that I'm doing on here. When I figure out how to turn the camera on and off, that'll help. When I figure out how to edit any video, that's going to help. So I'll be close to it. In the meantime, I guess I'll just keep it going about this cult stuff. Hopefully the channel can evolve into something wonderful instead of something grotesque like this. But gotta reach and turn it off. I hope you like and subscribe. Subscribers are probably pretty important. When I start chatting on the line or whatever it's called, I'll probably put out a lot more details there. But anyway, bye.